Hello everybody, this is Dave again with Blue Bears Games, and today we are cracking packs once again. We are cracking Ravnica Allegiance, and I will explain why in a little bit. Today's episode is going to be a little different, just like all the time I say it. Today is such a busy one that I actually had to give myself a list of things to talk about so I stay on topic, because I like to ramble a little bit, especially while opening packs, and I forget where I'm at when I'm talking about things. So, I'm going to go over a couple things as I'm opening the packs. I will address what I've opened as I go, and hopefully from there we can get this video done in a timely manner, because I try to get these videos to be less time every time. So let me go ahead and cut this one open. So the first thing I want to talk about before I even open a pack, I have a friend out there. I say friend, he's somebody that I met in another game I play. So, here's my explanation. Aside from playing Magic, I also do something online on the Xbox One. I play ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. It's an MMORPG for those of you who live under a rock. I've been playing it since the game came out. My girlfriend got me into it. She's the one that wanted to play it, and I just said, okay, I'll go along with it. Met him through a guild that I help run, that I recently was given the ability to run. It's called the Brotherhood on the Xbox NA server, for those of you who actually play it. Met him through there. He was an officer in there. He stepped down, and he recently asked my girlfriend for she was given the guild master, so people talk to her more than me. And he asked her for the channel name and what have you, and she gave it to him. And so apparently what she said to him last night, and I'm a little late on this one, so I'll explain that too. He explained to her last night that he uses these videos to fall asleep to, which is fine and dandy. I'm okay with that. So I wanted to give a shout out to him. His gamer tag is DevNeeb. He is a badass player when it comes to PvP and Elder Scrolls Online. And watch out for him if you play. He will beat you. And from there, I just wanted to give him a shout out and say hey. And if you're using this, one of the things that she told me was that he said, and I'm not 100% sure how accurate this is, that he had either interest in learning how to play, or he just watches it to fall asleep to, or both. I don't know which one it is. But regardless, if you're listening, Dev, sweet dreams. Have a nice night. But anyway, that was the first thing I wanted to address, because it's pretty cool that he's a viewer of mine, and yet he doesn't know anything about this game. But if he wants to learn, I'll go ahead and teach him if I need to. So that was the first thing. The second thing I wanted to go over was I was asked a question by one of the viewers, and I'm happy that you guys are doing it the correct way. So this viewer went to the Facebook page and sent me a direct message on the Facebook page. It's Blue Bears Games on Facebook, and asked me if any of the cards that I open are for sale. And the answer to that question is, of course they are. So as far as the stuff I open, anything I open is for sale, unless the following. You guys know that I make other videos with decks, mainly for Commander, but I do other things as well. I do the budget decks, and I'll go over that one in a second. But I do the Commander decks. I like to put a couple of the cards that I open aside to go ahead and use in those decks, because I'm running out of stuff. So I'm trying to get as much of an inventory up as possible so that I can make the decks and make the videos, because to me, the most important part about this whole thing is making the videos, not so much the cards themselves, but it's part of it. I want to be able to make the deck videos, because I don't want to just be an unboxer. I want to actually be multi-leveled and multi-tiered, and I want to make sure that you guys are entertained as I'm doing this. So the short answer is yes. Any card I open is for sale unless I'm going to use it. The easiest way to go about finding out if you want a specific card, if it's for sale, go to the Facebook page, send me a message. I will answer as soon as I possibly can. Usually I answer within an hour or two if I'm not doing anything at the moment with the Elder Scrolls Online or with Magic, but like building decks, I'll usually answer rather quickly, as quickly as possible anyway. So send me a message and I'll let you know, send me the list of what you're looking for, and I'll let you know if it's for sale. Now the other part of that is they're all also for trade. When I say that, what I mean by that is I still want to build these decks, and I'd rather not spend money on the cards that I need. So I will be putting together on the Facebook page a list of cards that I'm looking for to help finish off some of these decks that I have. There's quite a bit of them that I'm making. Ooh, nice. And I'm short on some cards because I have a specific way I like to build and a couple cards that I really like, and I have not acquired all the cards that I like. Dovin Grand Arbiter is actually one that I wanted to put into. I don't think I had this when I put the Alluro deck together, so I'm going to have to look at that because I did make a change to the Alluro deck today as well. So that's the whole thing on purchasing cards and how you go about doing so, or I will trade for things. My list is actually rather extensive, and some of it's expensive, some of it's literally dollar cards. I have in the last couple weeks been purchasing very cheap stuff like, you know, dollar rares that I just don't seem to have any of, or I've used all of them up. Like I said, my supplies are getting lower and lower, and I kind of need to trade for, or, you know, sell some of the cards that I open to acquire the ones I need for the decks. So that's the whole situation with that. Okay. The next order that I wanted to talk about, and it's based on the reason why I'm opening this box today. So I have two decks on par to do a video on. They are in queue, I guess you could say. With that being said, they're not finished, and they're a couple cards short, and that kind of plays into the I need to start trading either online or buying more cards. But I'd rather not buy more cards. I'd rather open them in packs or trade them to you guys for ones, you know, what you need or want. And so the first deck that will be coming down the pike, and here's a Shockland, and I'll explain the reason why I'm opening this box in a second to you. The first deck up on deck to have a video made, I'm hoping to have it finished. I was hoping to have it done by today, but I ordered 3 cards for the deck, like cheap cards, like a $1 card or a $2 card, and I ordered them 7 to 8 days ago, something like that, and they still haven't come in. So I'm a little upset about that. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing an unboxing. It's one of the reasons. Is the Scarab God. I've been wanting to make a zombie deck. I knew that I needed, my personal playstyle would be the Scarab God. I did not personally own one. And then if you guys watched my previous Amonkhet unboxing, you saw that I actually pulled an Amonkhet invocation version of the Scarab God, so then I was able to make it. So I've been working on that for the last 2 to 3 weeks now, and I fell a couple cards short on what I wanted to put in. So that's part of the reason why this unboxing. Another reason, actually I'll go into the next deck. The other deck I'm putting together is the one that I did a poll on the Commander Facebook page. It was chosen that people wanted to see what I did with Muldrotha. I think it's the #1 made Commander deck. I don't mean it's the most powerful. What I mean is it's the one that most people make. It's the most made, and I wanted to try my hands at it. It's a little different than my usual. It's the right colors, that's for sure, because I like to play black, blue, and green. So it was there, and I was like, okay, but it's not my style. I'm a spell slinger style player. This was all about permanence and graveyard recursions, so I was like, okay, I'll try my hand at it. That deck is about 80% done, literally, because I think I have 80 of the 100 cards. And I'm working on that at the same time as Scarab God, and the reason I do that is because they're similar colors with the blue-black, so when I'm going through all of my cards, I can pull stuff out from the same colors for different decks. And since they're close enough to it, I was able to go ahead and get a lot of them done. A lot of each one done just by doing that. But then it comes down to the refining of them. That's the hardest part about a 3-color deck. 2-color deck, not so much, but that's where I'm at. So those are the decks on the pike, but there's a third one that I have 2 different stages for when I do decks. The first stage is, or the stage that I'm on for the 2 decks that I have right now is the refinement stage, where most of the deck is done, the land base is done. I'm just doing final cuts and acquiring the final cards I need to finish out the deck, and it'll be ready for video. The next deck that I have is in stage 1, which is gathering the ideas. I've chosen the commander, I've chosen the colors, and gathering the ideas. And it's going to be Simic colors. It's going to be blue-green. And it's going to be quasi Hydra / +1/+1 counter / Simic Ascendancy win condition is what I'm going to go with. I just wanted to give it a try. I thought it was an interesting idea, and I have so many cards that could go with it that I'm working on that. I'm gathering ideas for what I want to do, seeing what combos I want to try to put into it, and that's where I am with that deck. That is going to be the 3rd deck. Hopefully it's done within the next month. It does take me a while to get decks done, usually 3 to 4 weeks at minimum for each deck. So that kind of actually segues me into why this box is the one I'm opening today. The reason why I am opening Ravnica Allegiance. So I will read you the list that I had made as to why this box was chosen over others. So, Hydroid Krasis is the #1 reason that I'm opening this box. I have opened, I believe, 2 or 3 of these boxes. Have not gotten one yet. It's kind of bugging me, because for my Simic Ascendancy deck, I kind of need the Hydroid Krasis, or I say need, I want. Want is more, it would make the deck 10 times better. So I'm hoping for a Hydroid Krasis. I also am hoping for Smothering Tides, because not just because they have monetary value, but because every deck that is white, I pretty much would be putting it into, and I only have, I think, 2, and I've got 2 decks that have white in them, and they both have them, and I kind of wanted to put it in more decks, because there are a list of cards that for every color that I always put into a commander deck no matter what, because they are just that good. And Smothering Tide is on that list. Ooh, Terramander. That's good. Alright. The next reason is Shocklands. We all know that mana fixing is the most important thing in Magic. Shocklands come out of this and the Guilds of Ravnica. And the reason why this deck I chose, or this set I chose over the other one, is because I'm kind of hoping for, let's just be honest, the actual shocks that came out of Ravnica Allegiance, which, are the Simic colors. I mean, let's just be honest, I just wanted the Simic stuff in general. So for Shocklands, I'm kind of hoping for the blue-green one, and the other reason why I wanted this is because I was going over some of the cards, and I've been seeing them as I'm opening the packs. A lot of Simic Ascendancy style cards are showing up here as I'm opening. So I'm hoping that I can get most of what I need if I don't already have it out of this box. If not, I'm going to have to do another one. So that's the reason for this box. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about before we actually start talking about the cards I'm pulling. I'm looking for sponsorship, and I know that word sounds generic, and people are always looking for sponsorship, but I'm looking for a different kind of sponsorship. Usually when people are looking for sponsorship, they're looking for money. I'm not looking for money here, okay? I do this for the fun of it. I'm looking to save myself money instead of actually, get paid for this. Because let's just be honest, I don't get paid to do this. I never have. I actually spend more money on this than anything else. What I'm looking for, and I'm hoping that I can find local, because I like to support my local businesses, and right now I know that they're all suffering, so I kind of want to help it out. I live in the South Jersey area, so I'm going to ask this of all my viewers. If anybody knows anybody looking to possibly get into something like this that I'm about to explain, please send me a message on Facebook if you know anybody that can do it or would be willing to. This is what I'm looking for. I am looking for somebody who will allow me to promote them by giving me either a play mat, kind of like what I have here, with their logo on it. Send me some digital representation of their store. I can put at the beginning and end of each video to promote them, and I can mention them in each video that I make as a proud sponsor of me in some way, shape, or form. And what I'm trying to see as far as since I'm not looking for actual monetary gain, what I'm looking for is the following. I'm looking for somebody who will allow me to purchase, because I do purchase a lot of boxes. I'm looking for the ability to purchase cases, one case at a time, of each new standard set, and between 3 boxes and a case of any specialty sets that come out at either cost or just above cost, so they make a little bit of money on it. That's also willing to ship it to me in my location, because I am disabled and I am hardly able to get out of the house. I need to have it shipped to me so I can do the videos, do the unboxings, make the video, the commander deck videos, all the budget deck videos. I'm just looking for somebody who will help me in that way. I'm not looking for somebody to pay me to do this. I'm not looking for anything special. I just want to be able to continue doing this for longer by saving myself money, because let's just be honest, I'm a disabled American. I don't make any money. I make just enough to pay for my little shack that I own and to pay for about a case every 3 months like that comes out for Magic, and then a couple of other things. I do this for you, the viewer, because I know you guys need some entertainment, especially in a time of need like now. I enjoy opening stuff, but let's just be honest, for me to do what I do, I would be opening this stuff anyway, and I would be making these decks anyway. So I'm trying to give you guys a little bit of entertainment while I do it. And I kind of like doing this stuff anyway. It makes me feel good about myself. It gives me a purpose. So that's what I'm looking for. Somebody, a store to promote, and will give me, either at cost or a little bit above cost, so they make a couple bucks and ship it to me every set that comes out. And we can work at it whatever we need to. We can discuss it however you want. So if anybody knows anybody looking to do that, please go ahead and send me a message. Have them send me a message. My name is Dave, so just have them address it that way. Go to Blue Bears Games on Facebook, and we'll go ahead and discuss it further if anybody has anything like that that they can do. So, now, we get to talk about this box. I told you that what I'm looking for specifically is a Hydroid Krasis. I have yet to come across it. Looks like I've only come across a couple things that I think I can use. I'm hoping that it starts to get better. I'm about halfway through the box, and we'll go from there. But yeah, just so you guys know, you the viewer, I do this for, I'm going to be doing this regardless of if you're watching or not. I just figured I can at least entertain you guys either during or not during a pandemic. I'm hoping that, our situations all change and we can get outside and everybody can play. I'm trying to help teach kids and even adults how to play. I do a whole bunch of stuff with that. I've always done that. And, a Blood Crypt. So, that's one of the things on my list of things that I'm opening this box for. Still haven't found the Krasis. But yeah, I do this for the players, because there's not a lot of people out there trying to help the players. There's more people out there trying to rip off the new players. And my whole point of this is to help the new player, give you guys ideas, help you understand how it works, stuff like that. That's where I'm at with this. That's what I want to do. I've done it my whole life. The $20 budget decks that I actually I have filmed and made. The deal with those is I actually sell them at conventions for newer players, and with that, I actually have sold a couple of the decks online. So if anybody has any interest in not spending a lot of money and wanting to teach somebody else how to play or get something for a gift for somebody, get them into it, it's a nice, cheap, and easy way to get them started. The decks are all cohesive. I have a video on each one, as you have been able to tell. That explains how the decks work, and I am available just about any time of the day to explain anything that anybody that purchases my decks needs to know. I will ship them wherever they need to go, and I have so far. Through the Facebook page. I've done it through eBay for years. I do not have a TCG Player account at the moment, just because I'm still trying to figure out how they I acquire the money from them after it's done. I haven't really done a whole lot of research on it, but I just want to talk to the players, and that's been my biggest thing. I used to run a game store. If you've seen some of my old videos, I've told you I used to run tournaments all the time. Unfortunately, my disability has limited my ability to even get to a store. For those of you that don't know, I have multiple sclerosis. It has affected me in many ways. It took away my ability to work a regular job. It has taken away the sight in one of my eyes. I am blind in my right eye now because of it. And I still want to get my messages out there, and I still want to help people learn how to play this game, because it's a game I've loved since I was about 12 or 13. I've been playing this game for a long, long time, and I like it when somebody comes in and they're all excited to play it, because I'm always excited to play it, and I don't like to see people get ripped off. So, you know, I'm asking for a little bit of help from the community to help get me to where I want to be. Again, I'm not trying to make money on this. I'm just trying to get my product paid for so I can continue to make the videos, because at some point in time, it's going to be harder and harder and harder for me to actually purchase the cases, to do the videos, to make the decks, to do those videos. It's going to start to become overwhelming, and I just want to make enough to pay for it all. So at some point I may start up a Patreon where I give away the cards that I open, just so that I can make the videos. But you know, we'll see. Well, it wasn't the mythic I was hoping for, but it's a mythic. That sucks. I don't think I'm going to get it in this box, unfortunately. I think that was the fourth one. Actually, you know what? I haven't talked about the actual box yet, but there's 1, 2... It's 2... 3. Okay. So, nope. That actually answers the question. For the most part, the average is about 4 mythics per box. It might be a little bit more, but it's not really. So unless I get really lucky and there's one more mythic in here, and that mythic happens to be a Hydroid Krasis, it will not be in this box, unfortunately. So, that's disappointing. Oh well. Let's hope. Let's hope. Alright, so Verity Circle I actually put in a couple of the commander decks. It's not the greatest card, but it has some benefits. It's not one of those cards that it's like in every deck that's that color. And I might do an actual video on the cards that I personally think are best in each color to use for every deck. And again, it would be a personal thing. It would not be a consensus thing. It would be my own personal favorites, my own... I play a little differently than everybody else, always have, and that's just how I play. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to get the Hydroid Krasis, and I didn't get a whole lot of Shocklands and no Smothering Tithe, which is kind of disappointing. And here's my rare, which really sucks. My foil rare. Oh, poopy. Got about I think it's 10 packs left. I don't think it's going to happen. I can still get a Smothering Tide because there's a rare in each pack, but I'm not seeing it. But, so yeah, I'm just looking for a little bit of help from the community. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention while I was on the subject, for the sponsorship, I actually was trying to also make it so that I could share videos on the website or the Facebook page of the corresponding business that decides they want to sponsor me. I was hoping to be able to share the links to the videos so that I could get more viewers that way. And the more viewers, the more people that start to watch, the more their name gets out there. Like I said, it would be a mutually beneficial partnership without me actually making any money. It was more to save me money in the long run. So that's what I was looking for as well, is to be able to share the links to the videos on either their Facebook page, their website, or both, depending on what they have, or their Instagrams, their Twitters, whatever have you. I wanted to be able to do that. So I forgot to mention that as I was giving what it was I was looking for. And again, all things are negotiable, so if there's something else that they wanted or they didn't want, I'm flexible. I'm very, very flexible when it comes to things. I'm very approachable as well, so if you guys have any questions or concerns, you can ask me. But I'm just trying to get this thing to not really blow up to the point where it's like overwhelming, but make it so that my message gets out there is what I'm trying to get done. And then a regular deck bedevil, because the foil one wasn't enough. What do I got? 6 packs? Let me see. 7 packs. Alright. So, but yeah, that's the stuff I wanted to get through. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get through it at all in time. I'm trying to keep the videos a little shorter. That's one of the things I'm working on, is keeping the videos about 30 minutes long. I don't have any special equipment at all. Ooh, I was wrong. I got it. I may be able to make the deck just yet. So Hydro Crisis, the reason why I want it is it's Simic colors. It's 1 blue, 1 green, and X. When you cast a spell, you gain X life and draw X cards, rounded down each time. And it's Flying Trample and enters the battlefield with X+1/+1 counters. Perfect. Alright, so that's going to be, I'm going to start working on that heavily. Ooh, I was not expecting that. Alright, I'm happy now. Well, not that I wasn't happy before, but I'm really happy now. Alright. So I'm trying to get the time on the videos down because I have a phone that's about 8 years old that I'm using to film this stuff on because, again, I don't have any money. I'm disabled. I can't really replace technology that easily. So I'd like to, again, plays into my whole, I'm trying to get the costs down of doing this. And it only records up to 33 minutes, I think it is, and then it just stops, and then starts recording another video that I have to splice. And if you've seen some of the videos that are longer, you can tell that it does that, and I hate the way it does that. I mean, other than that, the phone's old, and I would like to have something better to record with. Ooh, and the breeding pool to go with it. This box just took a big turn. Big turn. Alright. But I'd like to get so that I don't have to worry about that whole splicing it together thing. I can do it. It's just I noticed that when I go back and look at it, I can't change that it has to be spliced. And you can see the dip when it does. Like, you can see when it's spliced because the cards, like, instantly shift to a different position. And what I say gets cut off. And, ooh, another one. This box is starting to pay off really well. Another shock. I might not be able to make that 33-minute mark on this one. We're at the 29-minute mark. And I'm still talking, and I wanted to go over what I did pull because I haven't been talking about what I pulled. But honestly, it wasn't really all that exciting until the last, like, 4 or 5 packs. Rhythm of the Wild's a good one. Gutter Bones, I was actually hoping to pull one of these. I wish that this was a zombie, not a skeleton. Oh my goodness. This box just started to pay off handsomely. I wanted the Gutter Bones, but a foil Blood Crypt. This is my 3rd foil Blood Crypt. I don't know why it's the one that the gods of magic have given me. all. So I guess that means I got to start looking at black-red for Commander deck, huh? That might be Judith. That might be Corvold. I don't know. But apparently this box decided that at the end of the video it was gonna let me talk. So it let me talk, and then it was like, oh, by the way, here's the gifts. Awaken the Erstwhile. And a full Rakdos Tempter. Oh man, I am super duper stoked now. I'm gonna go ahead and open this last pack up and hope that I can get this in under the time limit. But yeah, I've been trying to get them shorter. Get all of what I'm talking about in before I run out of time on having the splice thing. So, and Growth Chamber Guardian. Well, that'll actually work. Adapt will work with the Simic Ascendancy. I didn't get a Simic Ascendancy. The good news is that I already had one from the previous box. So I'll go ahead and pull out the things that I'm most excited about. Obviously, it's going to be a Blood Crypt. The Hydroid Krasis. I believe there's a challenge out there. How many Shocklands can you pull from a box? And it looks like I did pretty good because I got one of them as a foil. So, alright. Oh look, there's Judith, just in case I want to use those Blood Crypts. So I got two Blood Crypts, one of them foil. The one I was hoping to get was the Breeding Pools for the Simic Ascendancy deck and Hydroid Krasis. This is what I ended up pulling for the most part. As far as the money, I think I got my money back on the box. I didn't really pay a whole lot. I think for this box I paid like 80 bucks or something like that, 90 bucks. I can't remember, it's been so long, but and then throw that on top because I kind of wanted that anyway. So I got everything out that I wanted to talk about. If anybody has any questions, concerns, comments, anything, there's a section below that you can go ahead and ask me anything. You can go to the Facebook page and send me a private message if you don't want it public, and I'll go ahead and answer it. I'm very approachable, and I have plenty of time. So that was Crackin Packs, Ravnica Allegiance. I'm extremely happy with this box, and please go ahead and share this out to whatever you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I don't care. Share this out, like the video, and hopefully give me some good comments, and I'm done. Alright, so stay safe out there, guys, and thank you, and have a great day.